This watch made in 1988. Dixie cup in the cup, holder shaking, making waves.
I just love that. And the way that bass just like boom, 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 boom. It's really nice. God, that's like my favorite part of drinking these things is the pop. The pop's meaningful. Let you know it's fresh. Don't get me wrong. I drink a huge cup of like regular brewed coffee every morning before I leave. But I had to get one of these when I leave. So, the old Scar videos are just blowing up. I mean, God, they're doing really, really well. Like, really, got a lot of views. And that made me think, maybe we should talk about subwoofers more. People really like that, so, yeah. Let's get into that. I'd like to give a thank you to Brian ZX6R, I think. He's like my first Patreon subscriber. So, guys, that got me to thinking. We're going to do, he's my first Patreon subscriber. I'm a small channel, so I don't expect to get, like, a lot of Patreon people on here. And, you know, Doug at Soundman, you know, he writes all his Patreon people on the wall of his shop, and I don't have a shop right now, so I do believe that I could, like, when I do this rebuild, just write all my Patreon people on the back wall. So whoever I have from Patreon that is subscribed at the time that I finish the enclosure in here, I'm just gonna like write everybody's name in Sharpie, like maybe black, paint out the back of the wall white, and just black Sharpie everybody's handle on there. That'd be cool. You know, maybe a couple of you guys would jump into the Patreon, help the channel. Dump truck to get your name on the wall. That'd be cool. But yeah, I do have a Patreon. Check it out, guys. I've got nothing there yet. But I'm gonna do a video for there like really, really soon that won't be on here. So yeah, I just have the Patreon as a means to, you know, help me keep doing the videos. Maybe get a real microphone at some point, you know, and I'm struggling over here, guys. It's a small channel. But anyway, guys, Brian, thank you very much. Here's my Patreon. So what are my favorite budget subs? That's going to be a good video topic today. My favorite budget subs. Now, I don't really have a particular order to do these in, you know. Right now, though, at the top of my list, I just said I didn't have an order, right? And at the top of the list, the G2s. And they're a little higher tier budget sub. But man, I tell you what, they're handling all the power that I want to throw at them. They do get stinky after a minute, you know, well, a little bit. They'll get a little smelly, but dude, they're handling like tons of power. And they play lows. Like the Prides did not like playing as low as these bad boys. I threw 10 hertz at these and they're just back here, you know, doing their thing. It's all good. They're doing their thing back there. But they really like the lows. And the little brother to the G2 Dynamics, the Leviathan, I mean, y'all seen the video on here if you watch my channel. I burped a 63 out of them and they took like 10K clamp per. We gave them all they could handle. They were hanging on for dear life at that point. Letting out some of the SPL smoke, you know, but, I mean, and they were fine afterward. So, G2, they make a good sub. But, we're going to go with what I started with in this adventure of my bass head life. The American Bass XFL. You can still find them things for like, right around the $200 mark. They were great subs. They actually put me on the scene. Because people would get a demo in here and they're just like, I can't believe them are XFLs. And when I started, I had like one MD8K on 4 of them. And they did great. do an MD12K on the 4. They did even better. Yeah, I got up there in like the 59s with that setup. And I mean, it took 2 MD8Ks to get me in the old 160 bracket on those XFLs. They did it. They wasn't happy about it at all. No, like I couldn't demo it. Nope. I could get about 10 seconds, not even 10 seconds into a song, and they would be so smelly, guys. They just hated that power. But, you know, they were a good, efficient sub. It seemed like they got really loud on, like, not a whole lot of power. And they sounded great. They played lows really good, you know. I mean, back when I first did the build in here, I didn't really care to play anything under 21 hertz. The XFLs, they did it, though. I mean, I played 19 on them before, and they did fine. Just had me a little nervous, you know. But, I really like those. And for an extreme budget woofer, that's the one there. Now, God, I've never owned this brand. I've had a lot of friends own it. A lot of demos from this brand. And they are legit. And I kind of put them in the old budget category because they don't have like the Def Bonts, DD, DC audio or sundown price on them. So I'm going to put them there. You know, they're in that price range with the OG2s probably. God, it's been forever since I looked the price up. But resilient sounds. Now, a lot of people laugh when I say I don't like the team. And it's because I have a lot of friends that are on team resilient sounds. And the ones that have tried the team sub, they're like, no, hell no. Like it's not, they don't like it. They all go back to the platinums. And that platinum is a nasty sub, guys. I have nothing bad to say about the old resilient sounds, or AKA the cookie cutters. I don't call them that. Everybody just started saying that they were like an off-the-shelf Chinese thrown-together subwoofer. So the guys, my buddy Shannon Boom, he's just like, them cookie cutters. But yeah, the platinums they're a pretty B sub for a budget sub. So them would be my top picks. You know, the American Bass XFLs, the G2 Genesis, and Leviathans, because I've tested both of them with really good results. The Resilient Sounds Platinums. Now, I got one demo from a Dead Game audio build, and I don't know how budget they are. I still think they're pretty pleasantly priced. The Dead Games seem pretty nasty. So I only got one demo from them. I don't think they're a really popular brand. They don't do a lot of advertising, and there's not a lot of builds running them, but I was impressed with the demo that I got from them. So I figured I'd throw them on the list. Oh, God. I hate even to say this one. God, there's so much controversy around it, you know. The brand itself, and the fanboys it has. But I got to throw the Scar, DDX, and VXF on the list. I mean, I still think the VXF is like an under $300 sub, and I would throw it on the list somewhere. You know, I mean, if you're on a really tight budget, the VXF I would recommend, probably, yeah. And the DDX, not the EVL, which that just brings up like a ton of controversy in itself. But a brand that I probably wouldn't throw on the list as being a good budget sub is going to be the old Rockville. I know I see a lot of people still ordering them and, you know, trying to flaunt them in the bass heads on a budget group, but enough people, I mean, even Rockville, they've done enough videos on them subs, and they don't handle anywhere near rated power. You know, like you have a rated power number on a sub, and most brands, you know, go far beyond that. Even 2 or 3 times rated power, you know, you can get a good little decent demo out of. But you can't a Rockville. I wouldn't put them on the list. Another company that I've had a little bit of experience with, not their subwoofers, but other products, is SoundCubed. And I personally have never had any good luck with SoundCubed, so, but I haven't tried their subs, so I'm not even going to throw them. I'm not even going to put them on the list. I don't even know why I mentioned them. I should go edit that out, but I'm not going to. Because it's a lot of work to edit things out, you know. But, yeah, definitely not Rockville. That's pretty much all I have, guys. You know, Resilient Sounds, G2, Dead Game, good honorable mention. I don't know. What's your favorite, like, budget sub, guys? These are brands that I would actually, you know, the ones that I said are a decent value, or ones that I would actually, like, recommend to people doing a build. Say, I have some teammates, you know, that are doing really good with the Leviathans. A lot of guys are doing big things like me, Peyton Johnson, Chevy, Kyle. We're all doing really good things with the Genesis. There's some people doing good things with the Leviathans. You know, there's tons of Resilient Sound builds out there that are, like, doing really, really good. All you got to do is look at Shannon Boom. Zach Smith, he had the Platinums. He gave some nasty demos last year. God, he gave some nasty demos. But what's y'all's favorite, like, budget sub, you know? Dump truck coming. I would have mentioned Kicker, because I still like Kicker, but I don't think anybody, you know, takes Kicker serious anymore. And I don't really think their budget, for what they want for like an L7, you could buy like a Leviathan or a Resilient Sound Gold. But I feel like we owe Kicker a lot, because they really helped kick off the whole car audio scene way back in the day. But what's your favorite, like, budget sub? What did I forget? I feel like I forgot something, you know. I just got so many different sub brands running through my head. I don't know, guys. I'm still thinking. I can't come up with nothing. But anyway, thank y'all for watching as always. Thank you to Brian for being my first Patreon subscriber. That actually made me feel good. I'm like, I'm actually doing something. I'm moving up, you know. Wonder what EXO's doing today. Wonder if he's working on his build finally. I mean, we know what Doug's up to. Doug up to nothing. Like, the base van is just, I don't even know. I mean, he's going to be working on that from, like, the nursing home. They're going to let him get day passes to go work on the base van. It's taking him so long. But anyway, guys, thank y'all for watching this. Man, my Scar videos are blowing up, so I figure I would have to do a good, you know, my favorite budget sub. And I really do. If you're on a tight budget, guys, the XFLs, I highly recommend them. I'd recommend the G2 Leviathan too, just because I put so much power on them. Got a 163, and I never could put that much power on the old XFLs. They, you know, we're talking same enclosure, but they just, I think I would have, like, shot a coil out of it and stuck in the bottom of my dang enclosure back here. But that's all I got, guys. Throw the comments down there. I try to read them when I can. This week I've been slacking because every day at work I've been stacked with tattoo appointments. Like, I've been tattooing nonstop, so I ain't had a good opportunity to read a lot of the comments. I try to when I get home at night, but I just had stuff to do, guys, so it is what it is. Peace out, guys. Bass on.